When you're picking your college major, applying for jobs, and mapping out a career path, you are almost guaranteed to hear one specific piece of advice. Make sure you have something to fall back on. We rarely question the physics of that safety net, but if a person is going to fall, falling backwards means they are retreating blind. They have absolutely no idea what they are about to hit. Achieving anything worthwhile requires the opposite approach. You have to fall forward. This way, at the very least, you see the impact coming. Nelson Mandela argued that there is no passion to be found in playing small. Settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living effectively removes the possibility of ever reaching your true potential. Spending energy refining a fallback plan often results in a quiet acceptance of a lesser life. It prioritizes the comfort of a safety net over the focus required to reach your objective. While we are conditioned to avoid making mistakes, historical data suggests that failure is a mandatory chronological step toward success. Look at sports history. Reggie Jackson is celebrated as one of the most prolific home run hitters to ever play the game. This data reveals the hidden cost of that legacy. To hit those home runs, Jackson struck out 2,600 times, the most in the history of the sport. We remember the hits, but those strikeouts were the mathematical prerequisite to reach them. Thomas Edison spent years documenting 1,000 failed experiments, each one narrowing the field of possibilities until only the light bulb remained. Every failed attempt brought him one step closer to the solution. The human brain often struggles with roadblocks, a phenomenon modeled by the classic 9-dot puzzle. The objective is connecting all 9 dots using 5 straight lines without lifting your pencil. Most fail by staying within the grid's implied boundaries. The only way is drawing outside the box. Success requires a high volume of attempts to map the terrain. Every strikeout and every failed experiment provides the specific coordinates needed to navigate toward the target. This mapping process can take decades. In the early 1970s, a student at Fordham University bounced between pre-med, pre-law, and journalism with no academic focus. His grades dropped to a 1.8 GPA. At age 20, he was at his lowest point, and the university suggested he take some time off. On March 27, 1975, he was helping at his mother's beauty shop when an elder in the town gave him a strange prophecy. She told him he was going to travel the world and speak to millions of people. Reaching that future required enduring significant embarrassment. He once auditioned for a Broadway musical that he felt was perfect for him, despite the fact that he couldn't sing. He failed to get the part. Instead of retreating to a fallback career, he walked out of that theater and immediately began preparing for the next audition and the next. 30 years later, Denzel Washington finally caught a break on Broadway in a play called Fences. It was staged at the Court Theater, the exact same building where he had failed that first audition 3 decades earlier. Denzel's career trajectory shows how disparate failures eventually align. The theater that hosted his worst audition later became the site of his greatest achievement, turning a 30-year-old setback into a waypoint. Consider an existential thought experiment. Imagine you are reaching the end of your life. Standing around your bed are ghosts representing your unfulfilled potential, the ideas you never acted on, and the talents you didn't use because you were afraid to fail. They are disappointed because they were given to you to bring to life, and because you played it safe, they must now go to the grave with you. The stakes of taking risks go beyond personal success. Communities from the Middle East to Japan are facing challenges that require specific skills and dedicated effort. These needs are just as urgent in local neighborhoods in Philadelphia and Alabama. These places require the time, talent, and kindness that many people currently keep in reserve. The world faces challenges that require specific contributions, some of which you might be holding back right now. Falling forward is the mechanical requirement for applying your skills where they are needed most.